have you ever had to take a shit that was so big that you weighed yourself before you took a shit, and then after you took a shit, and then figured out that that shit was so big that you actually lost a considerable amount of weight? Yeah, me neither. I've never done that. I apologize. Like I said, burps every episode. That's my guarantee. I'm not keeping track on how many guarantees I've made so far, but I've made quite a few, and if you can't live with that, then you have to, I guess, just subscribe to a different channel. You can't be subscribed to my channel anymore. Go ahead and leave! Like I said, burps. You know, it's burps. It's because I've got, like, acid reflux disease or something. I don't know. It's, you know, it's part of getting older. You got all these issues that go on in your body, in your brain, in your mind, in your stomach even. Your ulcers are acting up, or just something a little bit more unpleasant than you'd like to discuss in proper company. I consider you folks to be proper company, you know? You're always here for me, you're always making me laugh and smile and cry, I guess sometimes, but in a good way. You know, you ever cry? You've cried in a good way before. Like, let me think of a good sad movie. So, I looked up a list of sad movies one time, and I watched the movie Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, and I'm like, I really hope that this movie is sad. You know why that is? It's because I want to watch a movie that will make me feel again. I feel like I've just been kind of a bitter human being who is incapable of feeling anymore, and would rather have some sort of like salty, teary substance coming out of my eyes instead of just being like a shut-off, like robot man, like I typically seem to be. I guess, I don't know. It's just how it's been, you know. It's something that I have tried to work on it in the past. It's not something that I'm capable of controlling. I'm just very, very shut off from the world for the most part. I think a lot of what goes on in this world is difficult to make peace with, I guess, for the most part you could say, because there's so many people out there who are mean and rude and just awful to be around, and I try to make a good community for the people who like to listen to nonsense, fucking bullshit, talking about nothing for fucking 10 minutes at a time, even more than that usually, because Okay, so here's a little behind the scenes fact for you. I made the pact to myself that I was going to do 10-minute episodes, and ever since then I've only done one 10-minute episode, because I tried so hard to add content, to talk about stuff, to you know, kind of go over things, to discuss whatever else it takes. It takes all kinds, I guess you could say. And because of that, I just don't really understand how I go over my limits so very often. I guess it's because excuse me. I guess it's because I try to end the episode and then I just keep on talking like a fucking crazy person. I'm insane. What the hell am I doing here? I don't belong here. I got a perfect body, got a perfect soul. It's what is that, Weezer? I don't know what that is. It's something that I never listened to because I'm not like some sort of pretentious baby human boy. You know, I'm a fun guy, you know? Okay, well here's the issue right now. I'm trying to find another blue one. There's gotta be one more blue one somewhere, right? So I gotta find that real quick and then I can call this episode. Shit, no, I just started a new episode. I can't call this one good. I gotta keep on finding the blue one. Shit, no. Is this the blue? Please be the blue. That's the blue. Okay, thank God. Thank the Lord. Thank the bountiful Lord for this blessing meal that we are about to receive. Thank you very much. Okay, so going on to the next thing here. So, yes, I did play guitar for a while. I think I might have touched on that earlier, but I never really got around to explaining more about that situation. I played guitar for a while. I was in a band in high school. We played something called ska music. If you've ever heard ska music before, it's a type of genre of music wherein people play tubas and trombones and other sorts of brass instruments, all sorts of woodwinds or whatever else. The saxophone is actually, here's a little known fact, the saxophone is actually a woodwind instrument, not a brass instrument. No, the saxophone has more in common with a clarinet or an oboe than it does with a tuba or a sousaphone or a baritone or a tuba or a trombone. Yeah, that's the one. A trombone. A saxophone does not have anything in common with the trombone other than its color, you know? Play the saxophone in a ska band, it's like, well, that's a good instrument, I'd like to hear that. You play that in a jazz band, it's like, that's a good instrument, I'd like to hear that. The saxophone has its own voice, and that is to be sure, but it is not as versatile as the guitar or the piano, which are the most important instruments on the fucking planet, because if you want to learn how to play music, then you have to learn how to play music in a very versatile and unique way. If you're learning how to play a certain instrument, then you're not learning how to play music on a very versatile level, I guess. I try not to use the word versatile or any word too often, too much, too fast, but sometimes when I get on a certain topic that really, that word just crops up a lot, and it's just the appropriate word to use in that situation, so I have to use it, I have to use that word, and when I have to use that word, then you just have to bear with me through the situation, because if I don't use the word, then it won't make sense what else I try to say. So, I was in a band in high school, but before that I learned how to play the guitar by listening to AC/DC, which I will talk about again because I liked AC/DC a lot when I was a kid, growing up in the suburbs of Los Angeles, and since I was so, wide-eyed and I guess, what are other words to describe a child? Wide-eyed and crooked-toothed. Kids have crooked teeth, right? Okay, so I had crooked teeth as a kid. Thank you. And I learned how to play the guitar. That's my story. That's how I learned how to play the guitar. Crooked teeth. No, but I learned how to play. I listened to I had the AC/DC album Live at Donington, and I used to play that all the time. I played my guitar along with it, and I'm like, wow, I can really play this song. This is a really good song, and I can play it on my guitar too, so it really makes it more personal for me on a very important level for me, because I'm a kid, I'm learning how to do something kind of cool, something not a lot of people can do, something not everybody can do, and I can do it, so for me to be so good at something that I am doing, I guess, is an accomplishment in and of itself. So thank you for affording me this opportunity, Mom and Dad, by buying me this Ibanez guitar. It's real good, but it's not as good as the guitar that I want, which is a Fender SG, a Gibson SG, the same type of guitar that Angus Young used. I want the mahogany finish, but I never got one, so I could have got like an Epiphone one, like a black Epiphone one. But if I ever got one of those, it would just be wasted because I never really made a career of playing music. Maybe I would have made a career of playing music if I had such an important guitar. Who's really to say? It's all up with speculation, debate, whatever. But it was part of who I was for a while, and now it's not part of who I am anymore. So it's just something that I like to do. It's something I do every once in a while. I can play the song "Africa" by Toto. Do 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 do. I bless rains down in Africa. So thank you for listening to my rendition of Africa. Just there, it's a song I like to listen to a lot. It really speaks to me on a personal level. I enjoy the song "Africa" by Toto. They're going to be at the grandstand at the State Fair this next summer, and I'm going to go see them. They're going to be like, we're the band Toto. We're going to play the song "Africa." Probably something else. Love Isn't Always on Time. I think that was also Toto. I'm not really sure. Maybe it was, maybe it wasn't. I don't know if it wasn't Toto. It was probably like Boston or something like that. I don't know. I don't really know anything about Boston. Boston is a good band, but I never really listened to them, so if it wasn't Boston, then I guess I apologize for being so factually incorrect for just the minute there that I was. Goodbye, Silverman, Silverbolt. Ichabod Crane. Yeah, so Boston, Toto. I'm gonna listen to Toto, we're gonna play Africa by Toto, and I'm gonna be like, yes, I love this song, I can play this on the guitar now. It's one of those songs that has a lot of strange keys, like sevenths or sharp flats, or I don't know. I don't know how to read music, so all that information is pretty much lost on me. None of it really means anything to me. I tried to learn how to read music one day, but I'm like, no, this is just, why should I learn how to read music when I can just read guitar tablatures? It's just an easier way to go about learning how to play, and if I learn how to play this way, then I won't have to collude my brain with more information than it needs to have in the first place, because playing music, it's not something you need to know how to read it to be able to do. You can play music just beautifully if you're musically inclined. You can still play music beautifully without having to learn how to actually play the instrument or read the instrument's music. Oh my gosh, I'm doing real bad right just about now, so thank you for sticking by me through this whole endeavor. I apologize so much for dying so often. It's been something that I've been trying to work on. I'm usually somewhat decent, I guess you could say. You can make that argument. At video games, but maybe not today. Maybe I've got some sort of personal issues on my mind. I'm trying to deal with a lot of things that never really, I guess, made their way to the surface for me, so I have to deal with them in a way that I'm not comfortable with. And if I have to do that, then it's just not going to be something that you're going to want to listen to, because I'm just going to be sad all the time. And if I'm sad all the time, you're going to want to listen to something else. So go and do that, like NPR or Comedy Bang Bang. It's a good podcast. Go listen to them. Another podcast you could listen to, I guess, is Red Bar Radio, starring Michael David. He's real funny. He's a real smart guy. He's a lot like me in some ways, except he attended that school in Maine wherein there were children being abused and made to suffer and covered in tar and feathers and paint. He went there, but I never went there. But I turned out better than he did because I didn't go to that school. So go ahead and check out that controversial school, and yeah, just have fun with it. You know, it's all about just being open-minded, accepting new experiences, being somebody who likes to think, you know, outside the blocks. And if you can think outside the box in that sort of regard, then I guess you're the kind of person that I want to hang out with, spend my time around, whatever else. You're my friends. You're all my friends. If you consider yourself my friend, then you are my friend. And that's my SparkleDart guarantee. I guarantee that again. It's my guarantee all the time. I can always guarantee that. So thank you for being here for me. I'm in this trying time, in this trying, impatient time of need that I have, that I don't care to work on myself. It's just all about me. Like, you know, that song, I don't have a good name for that song. It's all about you usually, but occasionally I want to talk about me. So thank you for talking about me. I've been SparkleDart. I will be back soon. Goodbye. Mwah.